Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm glad you're here. Real quickly, I want to say thank you to the channel members. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for anybody who comes in to check out the knife, the EDC content. I really appreciate it. And thank you to my local buddy, A to Z EDC. You guys have seen him here before. He's responsible for setting me up with some really cool knives to check out and share with you guys, which is what I'm going to do today. So do me a favor and follow A to Z EDC over on Instagram. And let's see what we have here from Polish Custom Knives. I wonder what it could be. If I were to tell you that it was a Herman, would you be surprised? Guys, this is, I'm just going to get the certificate of authenticity and we'll go through it together. This is a Herman Ishtar 355, 62 HRC, 3.33M MagnaCut. That's probably the millimeters of the blade. We'll measure that. Handle, titanium. Backspacer, titanium. Clip, titanium. Date, 2023. Signature, Herman. Polish Custom Knives. Nice little certificate of authenticity there. It looks like you also got, he purchased this from our local dealer who got it on a trade. He does a lot of trading. I've told you all about Knives and More. I will eventually get down there and share that store with you because it is special. It's a cool store. He deals in a lot of cool traditionals and modern knives. Huge Benchmade dealer. But this is the Herman Knives Ishtar. And it's the first Herman that I've really experienced. I saw it and checked it out briefly when A to Z first got it. And I checked it out when I was down at Knives and More. And he was selling it, right? But just an design elegance. This is, first off, there's several different model Hermans. You got the Sting, you got the Elf, you got several different ones. Sting's probably closest to my jam. The Ishtar is a larger knife with the Persian influence, but married with modern design elements, modern materials, modern conveniences. Absolutely full-size knife. Fantastic ergos, amazing sharp MagnaCut blade. The only marking you have on this blade is MagnaCut on one side, Herman on the other. You have got a titanium liner lock. You've got a knife that just falls shut. And listen to this ting. I don't know if y'all can hear that. I'm going to bring it up to my mic. It's more of a just a little interesting acoustic when it locks up. What I wanted to do is I wanted to cut some paper with it. I'm not going to hard use it. I did carry it, and I'll talk about the clip in a second because I think it's done very well. I think there are a lot of things about this knife that are splendid. And I see and share a lot on Facebook because Polish Custom Knives is one of my affiliate partners. And I see a lot of the Hermans that come into stock. And I'm amazed at the blades that I see, at some of the appointments that I see, at some of the prices that I see. But then I also really find beautiful these more simplistic with a standard blade, not a lot of crazy Damascus going on or Damasteel. And that's really more my jam anyway. So these guys run in the same price range. I'm going to say roughly, and I'm saying roughly, your Shiro, your Koenig, your Oz. Guys, this is a long Persian blade with an up point. tip, MagnaCut, absolutely therapeutically slicey. I know it would rip through cardboard and other materials. I'm not going to do it because it's not my knife. But one thing I thought was cool, I'm not a big fan of it, but I think it's cool. You've got this proprietary hardware, or is that just a bigger T? It's a little small to be a T20. I bet you it's a T25. Hold on a sec. I'm just curious. Here's a T25. Not a T25. So it is going to be a loose T20, which doesn't surprise me because that's the size of, definitely get it in there, but maybe it has a proprietary tool that comes with it. T20 would work if you needed to adjust the pivot. Great thing about these knives is I think they rarely require any adjusting. I mean, look how perfectly centered it is. Look at the detail of the hardware, how it goes through all the way on one side and then seats in the other. So you don't have hardware on both sides. When you look inside the spine here, let me get, oh, I only have this light, that sucks. Proudly made in Poland. You got some weight relief inside those scales there. So proudly made in Poland on the back spacer. Very nice back spacer, just simple, very elegant, comfortable knife with really thin blade stock. I say thin, I know it's thin behind the edge. Let's do this before we do some size comparisons. Let's just break out 0.13. I'm going to go to millimeters because I want to try something. .41. I was curious how that matched the certificate of authenticity. Whoops. Just knocked my oil off the table. I'm sorry, guys. So the certificate of authenticity says 3.3 millimeters. The blade stock here, depending on where you get it, 3.3. So that's what that is. That's the Polish Custom Knives is measuring that by millimeters. Not that it really matters. Our handle width, I'm guessing, is going to be right under 1/2 inch. Contoured handles, 0.4905. And let's look at it up against some other knives. Let's look at it. This is a Cold Steel 4-Max. Smaller than the 4-Max Elite. Good bit bigger than our Bug Out. Let's look at it next to our PM2. Smaller than our PM2. Let's put it up next to our. Alright, it's going to be about the same size as our Spartan Harsey SHR or SHS Spartan Harsey folder. It is going to have probably about a 4-inch blade. We'll break that out. I've got smuts on my blade. That'll drive me crazy. So I'll wipe that off. I'll put that away. I will grab our tape measure. And we will get on with it, guys. right over 8.5 inches. Right between 3 3/4 and 4 inches on the blade. With right between 3 3/4 and 4 inches on the cutting area. Your inside handle is right between 3 3/4 and 4 inches. So from right here to right here is this dimension right there, right between the 3 3/4 and the 4 inches. And then to that front choil, you've got a 4 1/4 comfortable if you want to wrap it up right there. So titanium, weight relief, full size gentleman's slicer, steak knife extraordinaire, Persian puncture, you name it. I mean, this knife is very well done. Really opens my eyes to Herman. I will leave a link to Polish Custom Knives down below. 4.30 ounces, which is not bad at all considering it's almost a 4-inch blade, full titanium. But when you go to Polish Custom Knives website, it can be a little overwhelming. Not really. You can just look at what comes in. But what I do is I click on makers, and the second one down is some exotic name Herman. I want to say his name is Bartosz, B-A-R-T-O-S-Z, Bartosz Herman, and he has a middle name. So if you click on the Herman by the makers, it pulls up all the different lines. So if you click on Ishtar, you'll only see one in there right now that's really expensive, fully engraved. I think it's about 1,800 bucks. But if you look at all the Hermans by price, you'll see that they start off $700. Very expensive, but it's a Polish custom handmade knife, right? Kind of made with pride in Poland, like the backspacer says. Guys, I think it's just a very, very refined instrument. I think they're really special knives. I was going to put it in my pocket for you. This review is coming out before you see this review, and that's a great knife. Yeah, I mean, this pocket clip just absolutely is perfect. You notice you've got the ramp. Let's see if you can see that. Where's my light? Where's my light? See how that ramp is milled out underneath that pocket clip so you have no hang up. I mean, really well thought out, done fantastically well. Action, flipper only, but the blade's completely hidden in the handle. Makes for a fantastic gentleman's package. Guys, I am stoked. I want to thank my buddy, A to Z EDC. Please go follow him on Instagram. He's got a cool collection. I wouldn't lead you astray there. And I've got a couple other knives I want to be showing you of his coming up in the next few days. But do me a favor, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification icon. Most importantly, look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your hearts. And choose debate, not hate. I love y'all. Peace.